Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Woodstock, Georgia. Welcome to Women in Business, where we celebrate influential women making a difference in our community. Now, here's your host.
Hello, this is Lori Kennedy, and I'm your host today for Women in Business, powered by Business RadioX. Stone Payton, our producer, is also in the studio with us today, and we are grateful to have you tuned in. Today, we are interviewing three amazing women, and I can't wait for you to hear about them and their stories. The first one is Laura Lahr with Dr. Fahrenheit HVAC, and then we have Morgan with Hotworx.
Yes, that is correct.
And I can't wait to hear more about that. And then we have Kim. And Kim has started her own business outside of her regular job with Plexus, and it is turning into quite the sensation. So I'm going to start with you, Laura. Tell us a little about who you are and how you started this business. I will say this. I know you personally, and it's been I've seen some creativeness that has made me giggle. Like the fact that Dr. Fahrenheit is an HVAC company with an ambulance. Like, that makes me giggle. So tell me a little about how you are now in this relatively new venture, but yet with so much experience.
So I got into this business over 20 years ago with my husband. I was working at a roofing company. He was working at a heating and air conditioning company. And we decided it would be a good idea if we went into business together. So 21 years later, 2 kids, this is what we do. So my husband had a motorcycle accident a few years ago. So we kind of put everything on hold, not really sure what we were going to do. So I went full time into the insurance business. But now we're back, got the ambulance rolling, and we're out there. So that's where we are today.
Yeah, and how has that, has it taken off for you? Are you like crazy busy? It seems like you are.
We're busy, but I think a lot of people aren't aware that we're open.
Ah, gotcha.
It takes years to build a business and connections. So it's almost like a startup. It's like we're starting over.
Well, it is a new name, right? Like
no.
We've
had the same
before.
name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Great name.
All right. Yes, it is. It's so much fun. All right, Morgan, tell us about Hotworx, what it is, what y'all do, and why it's different than other things that people might confuse it with.
Yeah, sure. So it is Hotworx, not Hotwox. We have a lot of people walk into our business thinking it is Chinese food, which, they walk in and they see all these people working out and they're like, oh, I don't think I'm in the right spot. But we take care of them. And I'm extremely nervous, by the way. So my family's always told me to picture everyone naked, and everyone looks fantastic today.
Oh, wow, thanks. I'm blushing.
But it's a 24-hour infrared fitness studio. So we do kind of 3-dimensional working out. You're able to do your workouts in an infrared sauna. So we're not just focused on fitness. We're also focused on people's health, which is kind of cool. So we're getting ready to open up our second location off Marietta Square. It's been quite the journey, but we just we jumped into it. I told my husband, I said, if I ever have to go to another job and wear heels, I might just be 6 feet under. I'm not sure. So we jumped into the fitness industry, and I'm loving it. So I get to wear yoga pants and tennis shoes every day.
I know, right? That's your dress-up clothes. I love it. Well, so when did you start on this venture? And tell me what infrared, like how that works.
Yeah, so we started on this venture. We got our franchise license right when COVID hit and everyone was shutting down. So we had just purchased our license, and then all of COVID happened. So we were a little nervous, but we stuck it through and went through construction, and we just opened up in June of this year. So just right at 6 months. So we're super, super stoked about it. And just going from there. So, with the infrared, so that is focused. It's kind of new to the industry, but what it is it's an infrared heat that allows people to basically burn more calories in a less amount of time. So a 15-minute hot cycle is equivalent to going and doing like a regular cycle in an AC fitness studio for 1 hour. So you burn twice as many calories as you would sitting on a cycle bike for an hour. So you can do that in 15 minutes. We offer hot yoga, hot Pilates. The infrared heats you from the core out versus a lot of people have done hot yoga before where that heat heats you from the outside in. So it's helping with your respiratory system. It's helping with just overall blood circulation, cellulite, ladies, skin aging, blood pressure, all the good things. So
No, I don't have cellulite. I'm naked.
Right, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Why is she looking at me?
That's always a big seller when women walk in. We're like, you start aging backwards. You just get in this little sauna. We're going to heat you up, and you're going to look fabulous when you come out. So it's fun.
That's awesome. Well, Kim, why don't you tell us about your business?
Yes, so I am with Plexus Worldwide. It is a all-natural plant-based supplement company. And I started this about 3.5 years ago inadvertently. I didn't plan on starting a business. I have lupus, and so I struggled for years, suffering with a lot of pain and inflammation and sickness and in and out of the ER. And I saw a friend posting about this pink drink, and I asked her one day what she was doing because she was a nurse, so I trusted her. She introduced me to the products, and I went full-on in on the products for 9 months, and I haven't had a flare-up since then. So I've been 2.5 years off all of my medications. And so everyone around me wanted to know what the heck I was doing because, my best friend in California, she's like, what do you mean you were hiking? You don't hike. Like, you don't do those things. What are you doing? And do you think this could help me? And so inadvertently it started, people wanted to try. And so now I've been promoted 6 times in 2 years within the company, and it's just been a huge blessing.
And all while you're keeping your full-time job?
Yeah, I work full-time.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Are you still doing insurance, Laura?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 2 full-time jobs too.
Well, somewhat.
And Morgan, do you work 12 jobs or 10 jobs? And because if you're open 24 hours, how often are you there?
We're only staffed certain hours, but
Okay.
I've also got 2 teenagers. So, yes, I work 2 jobs.
Oh, my God. She does
know.
not look like a teenage mom.
No. Looks like a teenager
Yes.
herself.
Yes.
Apparently,
That's because she's doing the backwards workouts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. With those
It's working.
Yeah.
Secrets. A little bit of Plexus mixed in there, too.
Ooh.
All right, well, I'm going to start this next question with you, Kim.
Okay.
How does who you are as a person reflect in what you do?
Well, I have always had a heart for ministry and to helping people, especially women. And this business has given me a platform to not only help people with their health, help people with their mindset growth, just their personal growth, and then actually developing an income. One of the things that I've done this past year, I've done a lot of work on my mindset because I realized, I was a single mom. I'm still a single mom. My kids are adults now. But I realized that I never felt worthy of success. I never felt like I deserved the success that other people had. And so I've had to do a lot of work on myself. And so now I'm able to pass that on and help other people overcome those mindset issues that they have, that they can have the dreams. They can actually dream and fulfill those dreams.
Tell us a couple of examples of some things that you are thinking of differently today than you did 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Well, 4 or 5 years ago, my kids were in college, and I had so much debt. I have twins, and so when they went off to college, my debt just racked up over the years, and I never, ever, ever expected that I could get out of debt. Well, last year, during a pandemic, when everyone's in quarantine, my business was thriving, and I was able to pay off all of my credit cards.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was life-changing. And so just a shift in how you think, you start showing up for yourself differently.
That's great. That's great.
I think you two practiced this. That was too good.
Oh, no.
So good.
We have known each other for a day or two, or 10 years or so. But okay, so what about you, Laura? How does who you are as a person reflect in what you do?
The same. I have a heart for people in ministry, and I want to help people. And if this is a way to do it, to help people with their heating and air. And it's not only that. I build relationships with these people. I know about, their dog's name, their grandchildren. I just build relationships, and this is a way that we can help. So
yeah, I think you had mentioned that you have some specials or some certain people groups that you do things specifically for. Tell us a little about that.
So we give free service calls to veterans. My husband's a Marine veteran, so we have a heart for veterans. We also do discounts for senior citizens.
Okay, awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Morgan? How does who you are as a person reflect in what you do?
I think in the search of all of it, I was trying to land something that would not only benefit the community but also benefit my family. So I feel like if you are able to find something that you're good at, like managing a team and boosting people's self-esteem and helping not only women but also men and families on their health journey, that would keep my family and I on also a path of a health journey. So jumping into this fitness industry, if you will, has been amazing all the way around for not just our members that we have there at the studio, but also from like a family perspective and building in a healthier manner.
So tell me a little about like what is it? How does it work? Do you pay a monthly fee, or do you pay as you come in, or how are you structured in reference to that?
Yeah, so we are membership based. We also definitely offer specials to our veterans, service care providers, military, all of that. But it is membership based. We have different options. We're right next to KSU too, so we have to think about those kids that don't have a lot of money in the bank. So we have membership options, and we also have like paid in full packages. The first workout's always free, so someone can come in and try it, see if they like it first. But we're always willing to get creative when it comes to that. So
we'd like you to open one in Woodstock.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I would love to open one in Woodstock. I hope my husband's listening to this.
We are a pretty vibrant community up here in Woodstock. We would like you to join us.
I love it. I will work on that.
Now, Kim, she lives in Marietta, so she may be close to you. Where exactly are you guys located?
So currently we are off Chastain Road. You're probably familiar with like the Taco Mac and pretty sure the busiest Chick-fil-A in Georgia.
At least it feels like that when you're looking for a parking place.
It does, yes. And we battled that. We knew we were, taking a risk building a business right there in that busy parking lot. But knock on wood, that hasn't been an issue yet. But we're right there off Chastain, and location number 2 will be off Whitlock. So coming soon.
Great. That's awesome. Okay, Kim, another question for you to start. What are some misconceptions about your industry?
Well, I think network marketing really gets a bad rap, and justifiably so. There's a lot of companies out there that don't do it right, that don't do it well, and really do take advantage of people. And so a lot of people lump all network marketing companies in together. Plexus has been the biggest gift for me because they do it right. They've got quality products that they back with a 100% money-back guarantee. The integrity that they have, they don't nickel and dime their ambassadors at all. I mean, you pay this month, it's $9.95 to start a business. You don't ever pay anything else except you buy your own products. That's it. And so when you're backed good products, a great company, and a phenomenal compensation plan that works, it has been the biggest blessing. And I think people hold back trying things because they're fearful based on other experiences.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's how we're wired. So,
right.
What about you, Laura? Misconceptions about your industry?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm in automotive, so I feel like we're kind of along the same lines. Like people assume that we're going to rip them off.
Yeah.
And they assume the worst. And then they also don't necessarily understand that sometimes one thing makes something else go bad, and you have to fix the one thing before you can figure out that the other thing was what actually was broken because it made the other thing go bad, but you had to fix that to make it run so that you could, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
I think that happens.
Yes.
Morgan, what about you? Misconceptions about your industry?
I think I could speak a lot on this just because it is fitness related. So I think a lot of women, they want to come in, they want to jump into this little box and then come out looking like $1 million the next day. And so, and I wish I could make that happen, but it is being consistent and showing up and, doing that for yourself. So I think the biggest misconception is, coming in thinking that it's going to happen overnight. But giving yourself and allowing yourself that time to grow and do the work. You got to put the work in. So
yeah, for sure. So I am going to jump to another question. Morgan, I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
Do you have a message that is for women specifically?
I do. We see a lot. 80% of our clients or members are women of all ages, all sizes, all colors, and we love that. I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and I saw a sign or something that said, what's the secret to a bikini body? And it was step 1, put the bikini on your body. Step 2, you're done. Like accept who you are and rock it no matter what you look like. And we're such a happy community over there that we're going to celebrate you no matter what. So
yeah, that's awesome. Kim, what about you? The question was, do you have a message that is for women specifically?
For women specifically, yes. It is always okay to take care of yourself. So many women, I think, put their families first. They put everyone else before them, before they take care of themselves. It's okay to take care of yourself first, because once you're happy and whole and healthy, you're going to be the best version of you for your family and your friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Laura? She was shaking her. Don't ask me. I think Nurse Celsius shows up, girl.
Does she?
Nurse Celsius. She got Dr. Fahrenheit and Nurse Celsius. See, isn't that cute? That makes me giggle.
Yeah. Yes, I bring heat.
Well, Laura, what about your seasonal specials? Do you have anything that's seasonal?
We do. We have maintenances where you get your furnace checked out beforehand in the fall. That's very important. You don't want it to break down in the middle of winter.
Right.
So it's important to get that checked out, and we do run specials. We also have yearly specials. We can break it down every month. We go out and change your filter twice a year, check everything. It's a 24-point check inspection.
Yeah. So like a maintenance plan kind of thing.
It is.
A monthly fee
to
do that? Okay.
You could do it yearly. You could do it monthly. It varies.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think that you probably get like 150,000 calls on the first hot day in the spring and the first cold day in the fall.
Yes, people want to wait. They try to put that off, and then it's an emergency.
Yeah, because they turn it on and they're like, "Well, dang it, that don't work."
That's right. So it's important to get that check. Just a wellness check.
Yeah.
The doctor recommends a wellness check.
Yeah. Well, as far as your message for women specifically, I think the fact that you're so involved in the business with your husband, that you're, you and your relationship oriented, you just want to make sure that the women are feel as comfortable as anybody else,
Yes,
like I can, again, our industries are somewhat similar in so many ways.
Yes.
So
I think, I've been going out to inspections with Randy. And I have noticed if it's a woman there by herself, she's at ease.
Yeah.
I talk to her, I build a relationship while he does his thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hold the light, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny would probably like me to go to the shop and hold the light under the hood. I cannot. I haven't gotten quite there yet. Let's talk about mentoring. Kim, I'm going to jump back to you. Okay. The question is, are you being mentored, and are you mentoring others? And then what does that look like?
Every single day, and I absolutely love it. So this business has been such a blessing because all of the women that have come before me, I've been able to watch them, and so I'm able to emulate what they do, and so they're pouring into me constantly. And so now I'm able to do that with the 300 people that are following behind me. I'm constantly mentoring them, teaching them, training them, and that's the business model. You reach up and follow somebody, and then you reach behind and you pull someone up behind you.
Well, I do love the concept of not just sell, but grow.
Absolutely.
Let's go through this book together, because not only is it going to help us be more successful in, like, if you're more successful in who you are, then that's just going to overflow.
Absolutely, and that's been one of the biggest blessings, because let's face it, if you go to Walgreens and buy a vitamin over the counter, you're not going to have someone coaching you and guiding you and mentoring you as you're taking the product. Right. But with Plexus, you get that with me.
That's awesome. Morgan, what about you? Are you being mentored? Are you mentoring others? And what does that look like for you?
Sure. Yes, we are mentored by Hotworx Corporate in general. We have a coach that we meet with on a weekly basis that kind of keeps us in line and, suggests ideas for the business and, just brings new opportunities to the table. And then in turn, I take that and mentor my team. I've got one guy on the team, but the rest of my team are all female. So we do what's called a daily huddle every day. It's through an app on our phone, and we just kind of regroup in the morning. We help each other build each other up, kind of give, a heads up as to what's going to happen that day. It's kind of funny. I do have a KSU college girl that is, I won't mention your name, that is working for us, and she had never left a voice message before. So when she started working for me, I was like, a big part of your job is it's calling people and talking to them over the phone. She's 19, 20 years old. And she was like, I have never left a voicemail before. And I was like, well, you got to learn today, girl. You're going to learn today. So they've learned a lot from just working in this environment, which has been kind of cool.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I heard recently that they stopped teaching handwriting.
Cursive.
Cursive.
Third grade.
In third grade. Now I heard that they put it back in, but I don't know. It seems foreign to me on some level. Laura, but what about you in mentoring?
I have a couple of mentors in the HVAC field. So I do a lot with them. I'm in a lot of groups, HVAC groups. I'm in some groups for women in this industry, and I mentor anyone that needs. I just do that anyway. Anyone that needs help, I try to help them and figure out a way to help them be better.
Yeah.
So,
well, you have some youngins. You got to mentor them too. Tell us about who's in your family.
So I have 5 children and 7 grandchildren. Yes. So
my mind just blew.
Yes. So we have one still at home. She's 15. She's the caboose.
And how old are your children?
So I have a 35-year-old, a 33-year-old, a 26-year-old, a 19-year-old, and then Faith, the 15-year-old.
Awesome.
Yeah. And 7 beautiful grandchildren.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
amazing.
You.
Morgan, what about you?
We've got 2, like I said earlier, we've got 2 teenagers. I have a lovely stepson who is 20. He has just moved back home, and we're helping him get on his feet. And then my daughter just turned 18. We all come from split families, so when my husband and I got together almost 9 years ago, we always used to joke with people and tell them we're like, Insta family, just add water. So those are the 2 kiddos, and then we've got 5 animals. So.
Big family.
Big family.
Big furry family.
Yes, an extended family spread out all over the U.S. So,
gotcha. Kim, what about you?
So I have twins. I have a boy-girl twins. They're going to be 27 in January. One lives in California. The other one lives in Tulsa.
Wow, they went a little far from home, huh?
I raised them to be strong and independent. Yeah. I didn't think they'd listen.
But they probably didn't for a few years.
But they're absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of them.
That's awesome. Okay, so I do want to ask, how can others get in touch with you and your business? So I'm going to start, Kim, with you.
Well, you can reach out to me through Facebook, Kim MacInnis, or you can email me at kim@pinkdrinkcraze.com.
Can you spell your last name?
I can. It's
okay.
MacInnis.
Okay, awesome. And that's how we get in touch with you?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Morgan?
Well, you're welcome to always stop by the studio. Again, we're right there by the Taco Mac on Chastain. We'd love for you to follow us on Instagram at Hotworx Kennesaw. And you're always welcome to give us a call as well.
Awesome. Laura?
You can get in touch with me through www.drfahrenheithvac.com or call me at 770-926-6773.
Okay, can you spell Fahrenheit for those of us who didn't learn how?
Yes.
With a Cherokee County education.
Dr. Dr. Fahrenheit HVAC.com.
Quite a mouthful, for
yes,
sure.
Absolutely.
And I know that sounded like something we do at the end, and I probably should have made it at the end, but we're not at the end. I just wanted to make sure I asked all the questions that I knew you guys wanted me to ask. So now that those are done, we're going to jump into something else. I want to know what makes your life significant. Laura?
I'm going to get emotional. My family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. That's my inspiration. They're my motivation. So, yeah.
Morgan?
I'm probably going to piggyback off yours. My biggest motivation would be my family, my husband, and our family and friends. So I think I'm forgetting what makes us unique, correct? Significant. Unique. All the same thing with a big bow on it.
What makes your life significant?
I think, just family and where we all come from. So again, with we've all come from split families and stuff like that. I think being able to come together and love one another has been significant for us.
Yeah, I think when you are trying to combine families, that also adds a degree of complication that you have to navigate. And so kudos to you for making that work, for sure.
Thank you.
What makes your life significant, Kim?
I'm a firm believer. I learned a long time ago, God has blessed me so many times in my life, and I always come back that he doesn't do it just for me. He does it so that I can help somebody else and introduce him to somebody else. And
That's
so
awesome.
paying that forward. So the saying, if you're blessed, be a blessing.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. How do you handle mistakes in your business, Kim?
The first thing is I don't consider them mistakes. I consider them learning opportunities, because everything that you do is an opportunity to grow and learn from. And if we don't have those challenges, we're not going to learn. We're just going to keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. I started a few weeks ago. I want one of my goals this year in 2022 is to redefine failure. And so one of the things I want to do is every Monday morning or whatever morning, Monday just is a good day to start things, right? I want to look at the prior week and say, okay, where did I fail, so that I can just basically, dissect it and use it as a learning opportunity. If you keep doing something and then you don't pull it apart to try to find out what you can do different to change it for the future, then you just, that definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and expecting different results. If I'm going to expect different results, I got to do something different. So I'm going to go look at and dissect the thing I didn't do the way I wanted to do it, so that I can have a better opportunity for success.
And just make sure you don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah, good word.
Yeah.
I need that for sure.
You can analyze it, but then you got to move on.
Yeah. Just, analyze it, create the strategy for moving forward, but don't kick myself in the process,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, for sure. What about you, Morgan? How do you handle mistakes in your business?
I just pass those right on to my GM.
That is the best answer ever.
Who's also my best friend, and I hope she's also listening. I like to sit down, process it, listen. I think listening is the key. So depending on what that mistake is, if we're not making mistakes, then we're not humans.
Right.
So I don't think I'd be where I am today if I didn't make a million mistakes. So I turn them into a positive affirmation, and I pick up the next day, and I learn, and I grow, and I move on.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Miss Laura?
I try to correct my mistakes
Yeah.
right away. And like you, Lori, I analyze everything and pull things apart. I mean, at the end of the day, I look over everything I did. Did I do this? Could I have done this better?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I do the same thing. But I do have a tendency to expect more out of myself. So I push myself. And
Yeah.
But then I overcome. Then I adapt and overcome that situation.
For sure.
You have to keep going and learn from it. So.
Yeah, I think in our business, if we make a mistake on a vehicle, for example, I think the first thing that we need to do is own it.
Yes.
Instead of trying to push it off on something else, just own it. People know you're going to mess up every now and then. Just own it and make it right.
Exactly.
And then they're more forgiving, right?
Yes.
What are the greatest challenges you are facing right now as a business or industry, Laura?
For me, it's employees.
Yes.
It's really hard to find people that want to work.
Yes. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah,
That's
I
the
agree.
biggest challenge I'm having is personnel.
And what are you looking for in case somebody's listening that might be interested? What would that look like for you?
I'm looking for a lead technician, someone that's got at least 3 years of experience that can repair a service repair person in this industry that wants to grow with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Y'all learned how to spell Fahrenheit a few minutes ago. You know how to reach out to her.
That's right.
Morgan, what about you? What are the greatest challenges you're facing as a business or industry?
I think one of the greatest challenges is just creating that longevity, keeping people motivated and around for the long haul, right? So a lot of people like to go and jump into the next big fitness and wellness thing whenever it's new and bright and shiny. And so keeping that just charisma about your studio is really important. And I need to stop giving things out for free. My husband's like, if you just give everything out for free, we're never going to grow. So I'm personally working on that.
Yeah,
so that's a challenge because I just want to give all the time. So I'm working on that.
So does everybody at this table have a hard time saying no?
Yes.
No.
It depends. Ask us some questions.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump back into greatest challenges you're facing as a business or industry for you, Kim.
You know, ironically, in the last year and a half since we've been, in this pandemic, we really haven't had challenges. I mean, health and wellness and immunity is on the forefront of everybody's brain.
Yeah.
And I think in the last 6 months, there's been a lot of issues with people, having to choose making career decisions because of mandates, because of job requirements of mandates and their personal choices. And so it has really blossomed and opened up an arena for women that want to stay home with their kids, that don't want to have to live under those guidelines. And so it's a great opportunity for people to do that.
For sure. Hey, Morgan, what advice would you give to someone trying to get into your industry?
Just come on. I don't even know what advice I would give. I would just encourage them to make that step, make that phone call, reach out to people that are also in the industry and how they can be successful. If it wasn't for another franchise owner, the Smyrna Hotworx owners, back to the mentors, they were kind of our mentors and helped guide us through some of these processes. And without them, I don't know where I'd be. So just reaching out to those people that you can gain knowledge from.
How many Hotworx are there?
There's over 120 nationwide. We're also abroad as well.
Okay.
So I think here in Georgia alone, we're creeping up on 50 plus.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where did it start?
It started in New Orleans.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to ask you another question that's not on my list, so I didn't prep you for it. Back to this infrared thing. Like, what heat is in the room? I want to know how hot it is in there.
So you actually get to control it, but all of our saunas are patented to go up to 130 degrees. I definitely don't encourage first-timers to do 130 degrees. It's like a little human microwave. We just throw you in there. But you have control over that. So for new people, I'd like to start them out at like 115, maybe even lower, just so your body acclimates to that heat. After 2 or 3 times, your body, believe it or not, actually starts craving that. So you get better sleep, kind of the same stuff, that you're doing. Better sleep, more energy, and you start to crave it and you want more. So
awesome. Okay, what advice would you give to someone trying to get into your industry or business, Laura?
I would say be teachable. Learn as much as you can.
That's so good.
Learn as much as you can about the industry and care about people. That's important too. So, yeah. Learn as much as you can. Like I read, I just learn.
I think one of the things that sometimes I end the show with a saying that has to do with, basically being teachable. I feel like if you think you already know everything, then you're sure to learn nothing.
That's
right. That's normally what I say when we're ending the show, just because it's like I definitely feel like that sometimes my biggest problem is I get too confident about something and then I stop learning about it,
Right.
Yeah. So tell me your most rewarding experience with a customer recently.
There's so many. If we can make them comfortable, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, you had mentioned there was a lady specifically recently that hadn't had heat for 3 years.
We're working on that. Yes.
Yeah.
So so we are a big project. She hasn't had heat in 3 years. She's got MS. She can't speak. So her daughter reached out to us, and so we're trying to come up with a plan to bring her some heat. So I think this is a tradition that I would like to do once a year.
Yeah,
is to give heat to someone who can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're working on right now. That makes me feel pretty. It makes you feel kind of sad for them, but also you can do something to help.
Right.
So that's great.
For sure. Yeah. Hey, Morgan, do you have a customer story that is a success story from recent times?
We do several. Just people that are on their fitness journeys and their missions. We do have a single mom that finally learned how to say no and stop apologizing, and decided to do something for herself about 3 months ago. And she's just been working really hard. And she announced the other day, and it's not just about losing weight. For her journey, it was about losing weight, so she could be a better mom to her kids. And she's lost 50 plus pounds in the last 60 days, and she feels like a whole new person. So we can't even keep her out of the studio now.
That's so great.
And you can just tell your customers they can just move into Hotworx. We will give them heat, plenty of it. So
if I can't bring it, you can.
Absolutely, girl, I got your back.
See, I got here today and Laura was like, this is an interesting mix of businesses. But see how that just connected?
Yes. Yeah, there we go.
Kim, what about you and most rewarding recent story with a client?
There's so many, but there's one that's jumping out that this week this woman actually posted a picture of herself. She started on our products about 1.5 years ago. She had rheumatoid arthritis, had a lot of pain, inflammation. She couldn't walk, she couldn't exercise, and she's pain-free, and she's actually lost 60 pounds. And she posted a selfie, a full-body selfie, like unprovoked. So
that is so awesome.
She look as good as us.
I can't see her, but
I don't think she was naked though, like we are. Well, Kim, you got us gifts.
I did.
What did you get us?
Well, you can open it.
Okay. Whoops. All right, we're going to open these real quick.
What
we get?
Well, I'm a sample queen, so I bring samples everywhere I go.
Great.
Oh, look.
This is our new.
Tell us about it.
This is our new holiday blend. So this is a black cherry lime blossom. This is a new version of our pink drink, and the pink drink was actually created by an endocrinologist to help balance blood sugar. And so and once you balance your blood sugar, it helps all of your other hormones get lined up and start working right. So it helps curb sugar cravings, gives you more energy, and it has a prebiotic in it.
And it's called
Plexus Slim. It's microbiome activating.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, we're going to go into last comments. And I want to start with you, Morgan, because I've started on this end and this end, but not in the middle. So I'm starting in the middle.
Okay.
Just give us some last comments or words. What are some things that we need to know about you or your business, or how to connect with you, or what is one thing you want to leave us with?
First off, just thank you for having us here. It feels really good to be sitting around a table with women and that are in all different industries, somewhat similar to in some, but I just want to say thank you. And if you have an opportunity to come out and see us, please do. And we bring your business too. I mean, sometimes we get slapped on the hand from, franchises, but we want to be the people that we can say, yes, we know that girl that does Botox, or yes, we know that woman that owns an automotive business, or we know someone that digs holes. Like, we just love being that community where we can help everyone grow. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here.
I think you and I should go do a workout.
I think you should.
I know. I think we should too. I like that she
naked.
Whoa. That just went somewhere I'm not okay with. I'm fine with being in the studio pretending to be naked, but I like that she looked at you when she said dig holes, though.
I know.
I challenge all of you guys to come to the studio, and we'll have some fun too. Maybe we'll have some champagne afterwards.
Oh, there will be laughter.
Okay, awesome. Challenge accepted. We'll look at that in the new year for sure. All right, Laura, what would you like to leave us with?
Second opinions on new systems.
Oh, is that a common thing? Like, is that a common thing that happens where a whole system is recommended when it's not necessary?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But I know that we can save people money, that we can price match. So, if you don't feel comfortable with someone saying that you need a new system, we'll come out for free and look at everything and tell you our opinion.
Aren't you awesome? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nurse Celsius to the rescue.
That's great to know. I wish we would have known this about a month ago.
People always say that. You don't know how many times I hear that. We're always a day late.
Oh, I'm going to spread the word now.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Kim, what would you like to leave us with?
Well, anyone that reaches out to me today and mentions this interview, I will give a very big discount on you getting started on your health today.
What?
Oh.
Nice.
Awesome. Yes. Well, Stone, do you want to tell us what you want to leave us with today?
Well, this is just so much fun. It's such a joy just to sit here and watch people get to know each other and learn about each other's business. I've got 1,000 questions, so I'm going to have to do a whole nother episode. But thank you for letting me be a part of this. An absolute joy and to watch you facilitate the conversation and then the energy that all three of you bring to it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, if you think you know everything, you're sure to learn nothing.